Well, generally, the reaction's pretty good. Welcome back to Gunning for It. The consensus is this would have been better if it was called Gunning for Glory, but again, I can't. Glory Hunter next year, so we can't have double glory, can we? Come on, you're sick. Your mind's sick. Okay, viewers, welcome back to another episode of Gunning for It. Then I say another episode, the second episode of Gunning for It, where we've had ourselves a transfer window. How many players do we bring in from Villa? None. They're very awkward about it. Shout out to Aston Villa for standing strong. They spent loads of money in the transfer window. Let's take a look. So you can see in terms of money spent, it was Manchester City at the top of the tree. Something's never changed. Liverpool, Arsenal, ourselves, of course, just behind. Manchester United. And then Aston Villa up there spending over £100 million in my exit. They clearly thought they had to. Only brought in 22 million as well. Jeremy Doku left. They brought in some decent players. But forget about them, okay? They're not important anymore. Let's instead bring you to the screen where you can see straight away we brought in £96 million. There were certainly a few outgoings. Ngom went to Milan. Heading ability of 9 is not what I want to see for a defender. Very good heading. Very good marking and tackling, I should say. Not very good heading. Strength is very good, 6'4", very, very good player. But I think to get the fee we did for him, 45 million, a free from Barcelona a few years ago, doesn't play phenomenally well each year. I think we've done really well there to fund a few other moves for us as well. That was nice. Jacob Ronny has gone to Bournemouth. Obviously, players you're not really familiar with, but he's left. Rodri, a name that you'll definitely be familiar with, has gone to Southampton. And then finally, Konate, I think it's Konate, Ibrahim Konate, the Frenchman. Again, similarly, centre back with 11 heading. Not good enough. Out you go, son. I don't want you to see you. A name that will be familiar immediately, and we'll go to him first. Martinella has joined from Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've brought him in. We had him on loan at Villa, you might recall. So he's now back with us. Has got 14 heading, which is actually quite good, and a decent backup centre-back. I didn't want a first choice. We've got some really good centre-backs at the club already. We'll go through the team in just a moment. But yeah, Martinella, though, the first name in, 21-year-old German, of course, a player that I know, so that's nice. Even if Villa wouldn't give me anyone, I still went out and got one. Let's run through the rest of the signings then. Logan Ndembe, I guess it's Ndembe. Logan Ndembe, a good left back, really good left back for the level again that we're at. I say really good left back, a good backup left back. £26,000 a week, cost me a very small amount of money. Decent crossing, good on the ball, nice long throws as well, which might prove important, and good composure as well. For a top club, you want a player that can do this sort of job. Has played a lot in Belgium, plays consistently, but now will be our second choice player, maybe in cup competitions and things like that. But I'm quite happy with this signing, I really am. Moving further forward then, Tulani Radabi, £8 million. Again, we've brought in a couple of centre-backs. Just to give ourselves the options, really. We sold 2, so I brought 2 in. Can play either foot, very good strength, 6'3", heading, marking, tackling, all very, very good. Physically fantastic, great concentration, positioning very good as well. A really good centre-back. Will certainly push who we've already got there, and if needs must, viewers, can play as a striker. Target man potential, I think so. Yeah, exciting stuff. Maybe we'll see Radaby play up front at some point for us. But yeah, loads of room to manoeuvre as well. Could definitely improve in the future. Radaby, welcome. Now, I've already gone to Ella, so let's go for the £24 million man. And who says English players cost more than they should do? I do. From Blackburn, £24 million, 21 years of age, with a little bit of potential to grow into. But the more important thing was, he's already pretty ready, well made. We were going for that attacking midfield role. I mentioned it last time. A few of you mentioned Gudmundsson or Goikov or Dusek. We could have got in on the left-hand side. But again, they're very unwilling, Aston Villa, to give me those players. But Dwayne Taylor at Blackburn, look at the season he had in the Championship. 20 goals from an attacking midfield position, 5 assists, 7.2 average rating, a very good player in the England setup for the under-21s as well. We've brought him in. Hopefully, he'll prove to be, again, a really good sort of backup option to our main man, the man we've spent all the money on. Let's go to him. But look at Dwayne Taylor there. Very good, yeah? Yeah, but he's like Gareth Hanna, but decent. It's great. So this is the man then. 20 years of age. You've bought potential, but we've bought a ready-made product as well. Julian Lohida, I think, is going to be an absolute superstar for us. Look at the attributes on this boy. Physically, absolutely fantastic. He's got really good mental attributes as well. That decision-making of 19 is something to be excited about. Dribbling very good. Heading decent. A 4-star current ability player with, again, a little bit of room to move into as well. Can improve in the future. Could be an absolute superstar. Work rate, potentially the only thing that you'd look at and think, I wish it was slightly higher, but everything else is absolutely fantastic. I really like the look of him. Playmaker. And of course, we're playing, viewers, the Diamond, and he slots into that system absolutely perfectly. He's the player that I needed in this team, and yeah, I'm excited to have him. 2 complete forwards. forwards. We'll get to that in a moment. But let's run through the rest of the team then. We had a massive bid for Gianni Gentile. We talked about him last episode. He's probably the best goalkeeper in the league. If you look at the team, the Dream 11, he's one of the only players in it. We've got 2 players in it. He's one of them. A very talented goalkeeper. Last year, 18 clean sheets. Previously to that, 17. Like, he's been a man in form. Still just worth a 6.91 average rating, Football Manager. So let's see if that's improved next year, shall we? Moving into the back then. This is one of my best defences ever. Or immediately, I've had to do very little to it as well. Lashley at right back, a fantastic right back. Really looking forward to using him this year. Dalton Lashley, I mean, goodness me, one of the superstars of this team, no doubt about it. On the other side, a similar situation, David Gibb. Our fullbacks are amazing. I love this. David Gibb, again, I mentioned the Dream 11. He's the other player that makes it in. An absolute, amazing player. Arsenal, a youngster as well, has made his way through the first team and now is a consistent force within it. Hopefully, under me, he'll be even better getting further forward. Szczesny and De Ligt at the back then. Gregor's, I guess it's Gregor's, something similar to that. Anyway, Szczesny. Thankfully, we know how to say Szczesny's name because Szczesny played for Arsenal. Otherwise, we would imagine that. Imagine me trying to deal with that. Goodness me. Physically, absolute monster. Really good mental attributes as well. Heading could need a little bit of work. Some of those defensive attributes. 26 though, and again, a really consistent performer on a lot of money. So we're keeping him around for now. Maybe he will moved on. Him and Radaby will be battling for this place, I suspect, this season. So we'll see who comes out on top by the end of it. Next to him, captain Matthijs de Ligt. We were all familiar with him. 140 caps nearly for the Dutch side. Of course, bought from Ajax, I imagine, quite early on in his career. Yeah, 43 million. He's been here forever. He plays pretty much every single game for them. And he's the complete centre-back, isn't he? He's everything you'd want. He's the wonder kid of this year, I feel like, De Ligt. Has been maybe last year as well. But yeah, an absolute superstar and will continue to be here. Only 30. He's definitely got a few more years left in him. So thank you, De Ligt, for being here. As we move to the midfield. So this is how our diamond early on is going to look. We've got players that could come into this at some point, maybe change things up a little bit. And of course, we've still got wingers around. So if you want to change it to a wider system at some point, we can do. But starting then with the base of the diamond, Koeman, which I assume is the perfect pronunciation. First touch isn't great, which is a weird thing to highlight straight away, but it's not great. Neither is his heading. I think it'll be fine. He's a playmaker at heart, I hope, with great decision making. Look at those as well. Vision, work rate, strength, 6'1", Dutch international. Will sit at the base, playmaking for us. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be really good. Bought from Manchester United a few years ago and, put in a decent shift for them last season. Hopefully he performs even better in his second season with the Gunners under me as we move forward then. 2 players in front, the first of which, in the Carrillo role, the shuttler role, is Riccardo Fabrice, 28-year-old Italian. We talked about him a little bit last episode. I think he's the perfect fit in terms of what we're looking for. Great stamina, really good balance. First touch is good, passing's good, technique's good, vision, work rate. Again, being a creative force and a shuttler at the same time. Prefers the Mezzala role. You can see why when you look at his attributes. But I think actually, as a Carrillo down here, he fits the role just as well. You look at those key attributes, he's got it all over the place. So, Fabrice, he will be a certain fixture for us going forward. And next to him, Guendouzi, one of the only Arsenal players to remain at the club. He and Reece Nelson, I think, are the only 2. To play in this central role, he needs to have everything, and he's got everything. Guendouzi, probably one of the best midfielders, complete midfielders. We had Paul Pogba, you'll remember, at Aston Villa. This is basically Paul Pogba, but with physical attributes, which is really, really good. 6'1". Again, will have had a solid career at Arsenal, you'd imagine. Yes, played an awful lot of matches, and hopefully he continues to flourish under me in that Mezzala role. Hopefully he will do. These 2 in the centre, going to be key for us. Lohida will be just in front. We've been through him. And now this, viewers, this is where things got very interesting for me. Yeha, which I assume is not how you say it. Yeha, maybe. Yeha? Yeah, Yeha. Sure, that's probably right. Has got bags of goals for Egypt in his career, and he really wasn't the problem for me. He's definitely going to be a key player for us. Having 2 complete forwards, I admit right now, is a risk. We might have to change one up to an advanced forward at some point, but you look at his attributes there. 6'5" of absolute brute strength. I'm hoping he'll be a superstar for us. We couldn't even play him as a target man. You'd think with the attributes that he's got, by the way, he'd be more accustomed to being a target man. No, not brave enough, not aggressive enough. So, yeah, he plays as the complete forward. He does look like a complete forward. He reminds me a little bit of like a Cavani from a few years ago on Football Manager when Cavani was at his absolute pomp at Napoli. For those that remember sort of FM 12, 13, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with Cavani. Even 14 as well. He was an absolute machine. He reminds me a little bit of him. This is where things got interesting. Davy, however you prefer to say it. I'm going to go with Davy because I think it seems nicer. 300k a week. I was willing to let him go in the hope that we would be able to bring in a star. And I'll show you why, viewers. His goal record last year was pathetic. He's not really been a massive goal scorer for Arsenal. If he doesn't do it this year, he'll be shipped out by the end of the season. 3 in 22, though, not really good enough. Only 7 starts. This is his time to shine. He's got the attributes to do it. I worry a little bit about his mentals. Again, work rate not particularly good. Vision not great. Composure off the ball. But worth 67 million on 300k a week, I was more than happy to let him go if it meant I could bring in a real £100 million superstar striker. There was a few that I was looking at, and Davey would have been sacrificed for it. Has got caps for Brazil, scores more goals for Brazil than he does for Arsenal. Hopefully this season we change that around. So, the diamond, as it is, in a vertical tiki-taka style. I've changed nothing to that initially. When I'm new at a club, I don't want to go in and start trying to implement things that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. I want to see how this particular system operates, and then we'll move and adapt it from there. Our first game of the season then, Leicester. Coming up today, let's play it, and let's get involved. As I've talked for an extended period, I need to have a sip of water. There's no water in this room, so we'll just carry on. I'm in a good mood, though. I'm in a good place with this save. It feels good. The squad's good. People are saying things like, I saw a few of the comments, a lot of them positive, but people said, I've got no connection to this team. Well, no, of course you haven't. I've only just joined it. We're hopefully going to find that connection over the next couple of games. And with a good side, you see good things from them. You start to fall in love with players a lot quicker when they're playing well. I've noticed that over the years of doing Football Manager saves. So hopefully it goes tremendously well for me as we play the half-5 kickoff against Leicester as Manchester United early doors dropping points. We're going to be a contender this season. We're going to be in the top 4. Whether we can push for a title or not, it will probably be shaped over the early part of this season. Our run of fixtures at the very start of the season, very kind. Our fixtures towards the end of the season, not very kind. Let's take a look at them so you can see what I mean. Leicester, Sheffield United, Leeds, Wolves, Burnley, Brighton. As our first 6 games go, traditionally, that's quite comfortable, isn't it? We don't play Aston Villa until the middle of November, so they're a while away so far. If you look at the back end of the season, though, in the last 5 games, Tottenham, Manchester City, Manchester United and Everton. So that might be a little tougher. Chelsea in there as well, not too far from the end of the season too. So it might get a little bit interesting, but we've got a very easy start. If we don't win 6 from 6, viewers, I'm going to start to panic a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. Let's go then to this team. Lucas Torreira, I thought there was only 2 players here from Arsenal. Torreira's getting a little bit upset that he's not really featuring in this side. I'm just going to ignore him and pretend he's not here, and we'll go play Leicester. Come on, guys, let's get this. Sheffield United, very good victory against Sunderland. Maybe they should be slept on. And oh dear, Aston Villa with one of the greatest bottle jobs. I mean, even I couldn't mastermind that. I've got to be honest. They've blown that big time. That's embarrassing. Menace, by the way, has moved to Bournemouth and he's punished them. He's played pretty well there as well. Created chances. Average rating not particularly good, but he's done some business. As not good from Villa. Dr. Benji-less Villa, not very good. Imagine that as our first game, by the way. That would have been devastating. Let's see, though, what can the Arsenal boys do as we submit the team and get into this one. John Sawyer, our backup goalkeeper, needs a number, 26. He wants 16. I can't give it to you, mate. I've already given it away. I'm sorry. Our squad numbers actually should look quite nice here. Generally, they are anyway. The back sort of lot of them. People will say Chesney shouldn't be number 4. He wanted number 4. I gave him number 4. The rest of it, though, not too bad. I mean, Guendouzi again wants 16, so you give it to him. As this Leicester side, it should be beatable, definitely beatable. Allen on the left-hand side, we know. We tried to sign him at Aston Villa, you might recall, a few years ago. And Van der Waal, we've come up against a few times, and he's very, very dangerous. Hopefully, though, this defence is made of sterner stuff. The diamond, how will it go? Let's hope it goes well. I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, I've made this big move. It's my first job at a proper, no disrespect to Villa fans, I love you all, but this is a proper big club in it now. We're at a Premier League title winner of years gone by. This is where things get interesting. Please win. Just please win. It's not the most descriptive instructions, is it? I just want us to win this comfortably, not be a joke. And we've got a free kick early on. Davey puts it in. We're at the back post as Stedman holds on. I'm very nervous. I can't believe I'm this nervous. I just want to win, viewers. That's what it is right now. I just want to win. As Chesney up to Davey, Guendouzi, and again we're going to see our fullbacks a lot in this system. They've not been fantastic, I wouldn't say, but we've hit the crossbar. In previous years, they've been a little bit underwhelming. I think with the ability those boys have got at fullback, we've got to try and utilise them. That's where our width's going to come from. We've obviously got the guy sat just in front of our back 4 as Lohide that does not particularly well and gives it away. But again, our fullback's going to be absolutely pivotal, and the way we work the ball up to our forward men, who are hopefully going to be massively involved in the goals this year. That's going to be key as well. Again, I've said it about 5 times now. I'm very nervous. Davy, free kick. We've seen him have a few of these already. Szczesny at the back post. Finds Lawhyder. I should have scored. Should have got at least a shot on target. I'm going to go slightly more positive. We've been looking good. Free kick for Leicester. That would have been disappointing as Gentile does really well. Okay, just win this game, folks, please. I mean, that free kick there is not necessarily needing a replay. Gibbert left back, one of our star men, already on a booking as Lashley on this side throws the ball in. Yeha puts it in. Davy can't miss from there and scores. The man that I've got my doubts about. The two strikers combine and he scores from close range. Half an hour gone here. It's Arsenal 1, Leicester 0. We'll see it again. Yeha there just puts him on the floor. Is it Yehaya? I don't know how you'd say it. Yehaya. Yeah, Yehaya. Yeah, Yehaya. Probably. Davy scores anyway. Hopefully he does more goal scoring so I can just say his name. I look forward to reading the comment sections where we'll have 10 different versions of the pronunciation. That's going to be fun. I'll just pick one at random and we'll go with it. Why not? As they come forward, Alan on this side, we know he's dangerous, really good physical attributes, but the shot not particularly good, and that's why I didn't sign him at Villa. Oh, come on. I'm on edge here. I feel very pumped, though, for this episode. I've been looking forward to recording it. I was waiting, because this is the day you see this, usually is the day that I record it, because I wanted to see what the reaction would be to moving. And, again, relatively positive. Most people are pumped about it. A few Spurs fans seem to miss the point where I said the beta save is with them. So just everyone relax, please. Thank you. I'm pleased with how things are going. Let's keep it up. Oh, dear. 1-0. It's not enough. I want more. So far, Leicester have done little. They've been limited really to free kicks and the like. As here we go, vertical tiki-taka. This is where it's going to show off how good it is. As Lashley, we've got so many good ball players in this side. I can't wait. Lashley brings it forward from right back. Davy now, back to Lashley. As is he going to come across this left-hand side? On this side, get forward, my friend. Go on, go for it. Venture. Lashley, though, right side, ball in, into Davy. It's a penalty, is it? Well, the referee's going to look at it. He's going to go review the footage. I'll see you in 10 minutes' time. For goodness. Chris Kavanagh is reviewing the footage. It's going to be a penalty for us. They would never do this if it's then not a penalty. So we've got a penalty. I'm excited for it. It's a penalty! I can't believe it! Here we are then, to go 2-0 into the lead. I love the fact that Gibbs on it, by the way, from left back, and he fires in the penalty. 2-0, we're winning the league. This is where the Premier League title comes to me. It joins me in this room. Can you buy replica Premier League trophies? I might have to get one. Oh, that's the closest a Liverpool fan will ever get to a Premier League trophy. Oh, you're so funny, comment section. I can preempt it, you know. I can preempt before the comments come in. I can see what you're thinking. You're thinking that's a rather nice hoodie, Ben. Thank you. Yes, I like it as well. No one was thinking that. Let's move on. As we've got the ball, Lawhyder there. If you can find the perfect pass, this is where his playmaking abilities come to the fore, and that's really good. Davy with a lot of work to do. He's got support with him. Yehaya goes for goal and doesn't go in. All right, 15 minutes to go. We'll make a change. Huseman is the one player we've not started in this one who probably could feature for us a fair amount. He's going to come on for Guendouzi, really talented, creative player. So on he comes, and we'll give it for like 5-10 more minutes, and I might make a late change, bring Radaby on for Szczesny, just to get him into the team, into the makeup of what we're doing here. As we're going to be 5 minutes away. Just a late change, just to bring him in, as I've made the wrong. Oh, okay, for Delit, fine, doesn't matter. As again, let's just get this game over and done with. 2-0. The perfect start to the season. We're not quite as good as Sheffield United, that's fair to say, but we are a very decent side. And the perfect start. 2-0, no dramas, clean sheet. That pass was pathetic, but regardless, there it is, full time at the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. And it's safe to say, viewers, we certainly now are gunning for it. I love it. Come on. I really want to win the league. I'm so desperate for it. Well done, lads. Good win for us. Really good win. And tomorrow then, let's find out. Let's see where we're going to join you next time. Now, of course, we're in the Champions League as well, so that'll be interesting. But we've got these 6 games then against sides that we should be beating. Our first real test, though, is going to be Liverpool. We'll team that up with an away game at Anfield and our Champions League group stage draw. Hopefully, by that point, this is the dream, we'll have been unbeaten. We had a lot of friendlies and testimonials to play in the pre-season, and we were successful. So far as Arsenal manager, I'm yet to lose a match. Hopefully then, that indeed continues, and I'll join you then tomorrow for more Liverpool and that Champions League fixture coming up with Love With Care. From here to mention until next time, if you enjoyed today, remember to drop a like on it. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5 PM. Goodbye. What's that? I'm not playing tennis.